Generative AI may not replace you now, but you can replace many with generative AI.
Effectively, I think it will massively enhance human ability. It's like just a massive amplifier of human ability, just like the computer was.
If you want to become more intentionally productive with AI tools like ChatGPT, then this video is for you. I'm Mahir and I've been researching regarding productivity and how small things can lead a very impactful change in life. Here's what I came up with, okay? So you have AI interpretation, self-knowledge, web knowledge, and your interpretation. What is the interpretation regarding about something, a knowledge, a piece of information? AI interpretation, your interpretation, and external web knowledge, and external self knowledge. Okay, now all of these intersection of AI interpretation, web knowledge, your own knowledge, plus your own interpretation, like your own views and perspectives, the intersection of all of those four is hybrid intelligence, what I call. Okay, and that is massive outputs, and that is actual productivity attainment, right? Now, the intersection between AI and web knowledge is a very core resource understanding. The intersection between AI interpretation and your own self-knowledge, like you give something which you already know by yourself and AI doesn't know, but AI kind of interprets it. That is a clearer knowledge, like AI kind of explains you the concept more broadly, and like it allows you to know how to apply that concept that you already know. Also, the intersection between self-knowledge and your interpretation is a little bit less bookish understanding and moderate application of your knowledge. And your interpretation versus, well, together with web knowledge gives a little bit of bookish understanding plus application, right? And moreover, what I believe is that if you can implement the four intersection perfectly, you will achieve very different level of understanding and executing things to a point where people will call you a productivity guru. Okay. Ugh. Now, when using AI, you have to come up with the question of how it has helped me. Okay, help me in what? For what output? Okay, what is the output that I want from AI or artificial intelligence? And that is to be productive, to produce the top 1% results. So here's what I came up with in terms of ChatGPT: the perceive, process, and prepare. These are the three modules that we will be covering in this video. And I think the use of ChatGPT or AI tools can be broken down into perceiving, processing, and preparing information, systems, projects, tasks, deadlines, whatever you say it. So here's a website, a timer website, as well as a website that somewhat can literally give you very personalized metric reports regarding whatever you did based on whatever you do. Now, this is a website that I created, and I know this may not be a very sketchy good website, but this is a website that is helping me to be more productive. How? Because this is a website that I created for myself using AI. I don't know any web related coding. I know Python and stuff. I know some basic coding. But using AI, I could reach the same level of competence of someone who is a basic or a little bit intermediate web developer. Now, you need basic intelligence, and AI does the hard job. So you are basically the manager here, right? And I literally got this done using 5 days or something like that. And that is the power of AI, right? And that is the part of processing information, processing a plan that AI can do literally. If you're very smart with AI, you can literally do it. ChatGPT help you achieve things by imagining ChatGPT as a 20-year experienced data manager, data scraper, whatever you like. The hard doing tasks are now replaced by AI. You are the brain now. The hard lifting task is done by AI. And that's why exactly is the main importance of this video. You need to understand what is it that you need to tackle with AI, right? So what really? So with AI, you can literally make custom Excel templates, habit tracking frameworks, like anything that you imagine of that can be done in PowerPoint, Excel, coding, any software related thing that can be frameworked inside can be done with AI with your precise planning. Goal setting frameworks, time blocking schedule generator, visualization tools, scoring systems, custom reports, whatever you say it. You should personalize things to your own life, which will make you productive. Okay. based on a research paper that I read recently regarding ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, and etc. Furthermore, inequalities between workers could either decrease if lower ability workers are supported more by ChatGPT, or increase if higher ability workers have the skills necessary to take advantage of the new technology. The difference, the bar, will be mitigated. So you can control these things with AI. Performance versus ability will have very negligible differences once there's AI. That is very scary, but also very good. Like someone who already knows more than you can literally reach that same level of performance, if not ability, using AI. And that is the power of AI. What is it exactly that I did to make that web page? What is it exactly that you need to do to literally do high level things? Now, I plan on paper, okay? I provided my needs, plan, and problems. That is very important. Break down everything into X, Y, Z, okay? ChatGPT plans to create it, okay? Just ask ChatGPT for a brief plan, okay? Now, I took each part of the plan and made a sub plan, okay? And now used each part of that sub plan and input it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave my code, I added my code, and I saw problems and gave feedback to ChatGPT. The feedback loop is very important. And I repeated this process. And then I did for each part. And then I did for each part. Because this really matters. Even though I didn't know anything about web coding much, it is very important to know that I got the job done at a very fast pace than someone who is already very expert at it, because there's a lot of coding. There's a lot of coding that doesn't really involve any sort of brainish things, but a lot of coding that needs to be done by a hard lifter. Now, this is it. This is it. If you understand the looping feedback system between this, then you will be able to implement AI in a very smart way possible. Now, exactly that's what happened. Plan in papers, okay, front page, back end program, etc. See, this is the log from ChatGPT. UI design and buttons, debugging, title, update, issue, run JS in console. Each of these are very semi plans. I had a feedback loop: fix, finish, and that's it. You have to have a very iterative relationship with AI to really have good use with AI. And by iterative relationship, I am meaning feedback based relationship. Ugh. Now, with this sort of AI, you can summarize, plan, reorganize, brainstorm, polish, analyze, simulate, create lists, refine ideas, simplify. I literally asked ChatGPT, and that's what he said, or it said. And you have to understand what are the sort of things that can be done, and it is not a cost of human labor, right? You need to mitigate human labor because you're the brain here right now. You're trying to manage things. Now, the second module of this video, perceive. Well, by perceive, I am trying to mean understanding, okay? And understanding comes from a deeper foundation and then building experience on top of that foundation. And then implementing that knowledge. And that is a proper perceiving of an information. Now, you have to understand a bit of algorithm here. So the algorithm functions based on input. The algorithm works based on whatever you input. And this art of inputting into ChatGPT or any AI system is called prompt engineering. And it gets better as much as more as you do. Okay, so for any project, task, or topic, from the input from ChatGPT should have three main components, and that is perspective, key outcomes that you want to achieve, and any bias that you want the ChatGPT to be aware of. Now, the perspective. Okay, you can ask ChatGPT to produce an answer based on a student perspective, an engineering student. Like you can literally say, imagine that you are something, and that is very powerful. Our professors taught that. Imagine you are a doctor. That sets the perfect mood for the perfect sort of answer that you were looking for. Number two, key outcomes. You have to write, give the answer based on X, Y, and Z. And thirdly, any bias. Avoid X, Y, and Z, because that really narrows down what exactly that you're looking for, what exactly that ChatGPT can find out from the source and give a very predictable answer that will help you. And these are the core components. However, optionals are providing a sense of the structure of the answer, your own interpretation, maybe if you have some, and any extra source. And that is very helpful. If you give an extra source, this can literally interpret based on the source or the information. So to achieve effectivity, provide effective prompts that help the algorithm to predict the response. Okay, so you're basically adding to the probability game. Now, based on the thing that I taught here, You give your first prompt, and then you give the feedback, and then you establish your understanding, and then maybe the loop goes on, and then finally planning or execution, right? Here's an example, okay? Imagine you're a student, university student, preparing for exams. This is the imagine thing, okay? Okay? Create a weekly study schedule using evidence-based. Evidence is very important because it will literally bring sources from the web, and that is more credible rather than AI. I don't think AI has a credit to be a credible source. A website has a very good credit to be a credible source. Include specific, see, you're making specificity here. Include specific study techniques and practical tools. And e.g., example, avoid, see, this is the bias, like avoid this or that. Avoid generic advice, like just review notes. Focus, what should be the main perspective, like what lens are you viewing it through? Focus on actionable and structured steps with examples for balancing multiple subjects. So it will literally do a lot of optimization between its answers. And the biggest pro tip here is ask for resources. It will literally bring up sources from the web that is actually catered to that. And then on the sources, ChatGPT will have an interpretation and you will also have an interpretation. Both of these interpretations intersection will produce the most best results that you need to be productive. And now the third module, preparing or prepare. So here's you to set yourself apart, to make you productive on systems and not only goals. You need to achieve SMART goals. What is SMART? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time bound. Okay, here's the thing. Take tools or any frameworks that you already know, apply to your situation, and get the outcome. How do you apply? Based on AI, like given your situation and also the knowledge or the tool that you know, how do I apply this thing to my own situation to get Z outcome based on XYZ, avoiding XYZ. Oh my god, it's a very predictable and very well focused plan that is guaranteed or catered to your own life to make you more, I would say, better, healthier, productive, right? And this already known tools acts as a proven source, and this applying to situation generates a proper interpretation of your own situation as well as an application from the tool. You can literally use graphs. ChatGPT can literally produce them. You can literally apply the 80-20 rule, identifying your key tasks that would produce 80% of the results. You can literally ask ChatGPT, what are the key tasks? Because you may be confused, but ChatGPT has or always have done a better job in predicting things that have always predicted so well because it learns from every single prompt. You can ask the whys, like asking the why fifth, sixth, seventh time and getting to that core thing. You can do that yourself. You can also tell ChatGPT to do that as well. And you compare between your final why and ChatGPT's why and see what is missing and what is not missing and have a more specified interpretation that will more help you because you're literally taking a help from an AI bot who literally talks to a million of other people and learn from millions of other people's, right? So here's what I believe. Complex things, solve the complex things, represent in code, Excel, or graphs. That's what I did with my program that I created, right? Now you can do a lot of other things as well. It's like a decision matrix. If you're facing a decision matrix, do that hardworking thing from ChatGPT, understand what's going on, and then give a self-interpretation and then be acknowledged, okay, maybe this is the right thing, right? Mind mapping, SWOT analysis, everything can be done, like the hard lifting can be done using artificial intelligence because artificial intelligence talks with a lot of other people, specifically ChatGPT. And it itself is not a source, but it itself is a very good predictor of what is the next word, if that makes sense. Overall, that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it and I hope you visit my other videos if it's relatable to you and if you want to achieve a more productive and more meaningful life. Follow for more and see you in the next video. Bye.